Hi everybody. So if you recall during previous session we have discussed about basics of state encoding, which are the different state encoding methods, and we discussed about basics of binary encoding, gray encoding, one hot encoding. During this session, let us try to understand what is use of state encoding techniques, that is use of binary encoding, where I can use binary encoding, where I can use gray encoding, where I can use one hot encoding during the design. So use of encoding, state encoding techniques. Already we are familiar with state encoding techniques as a binary, gray, and one hot. So these are the state encoding techniques. Now, which are the different parameters which decides their use? So always in a design we need to have a least area or minimum area. Speed of design should be maximum and power should be minimum. So area, speed and power, these are the three constraints on my design. And to achieve these constraints, it is essential to identify the desired state encoding method while designing the sequence detectors or FSM based controllers. Anyway, we'll be using some optimization algorithm, FSM optimization algorithm. But apart from that, for logic design engineer, it is essential to understand that depending on the area requirement, speed requirement and power requirement, how the desired encoding technique can be chosen and how to achieve these constraints. So let us discuss one by one about this. So already we are familiar with the binary encoding. If I have 4 states, then in 2 successive states or 2 adjacent states, I have S0 as a 0 0, S1 0 1, S2. You can refer the example of 2-bit binary up counter or synchronous up counter. So during reset condition, this is state S0, S1, S2, S3. So present state, if it is Moore machine, then at that time output is function of present state. If it is Mealy machine, output is function of present state and input. Here in 2 adjacent states, S1, S2, there is change in 2 bits. 2 bits are toggling. That means more power, more switching, more power, or you can say higher power. So most of the time we don't use a binary encoding. Another important point is that although it needs number of flip-flops, here for 4 states, only 2 flip-flops. But if I will consider the design where I have 2 flip-flops like this, then I need a combinational logic. So here, as compared to gray encoding, we can say that this can have more area or higher power, and range to range path, it limits the speed of my design. So I will not prefer the binary encoding. So what is the best solution? Gray encoding. So already we have discussed about gray codes, gray encoding. In that state, two adjacent states, I have S0, output is 0 0, S1, output is 0 1, S2, output is 1 1, S3, output is 1 0. This is the reset condition. This will transit on rising edge of the clock as far as gray counter is concerned, 2-bit gray counter. So here if you observe two adjacent states, only one bit changes, two adjacent states, only one bit changes, two adjacent states, only one bit changes. That means less power, because I am not switching both bits. Switching is reduced. Even this will improve the, although I need two flip-flops because I have only 4 states, it will improve the race to race path timing. Timing improvement. And as timing has been improved, the FSM is glitch free. So I will be able to design glitch free FSM. Because in between two successive states or two adjacent states, only one bit changes. This is very important. So effectively, if I will consider any complex FSM controller or sequence detector, then at that time, advantage of gray encoding over binary encoding is that it reduces the switching. That means I will get a less switching power, less dynamic power. I will get a glitch free FSM. Even it will improve the race to race path as far as my design is concerned. And effectively, most of the time, as race to race path timing has been improved, that means area, combinational area, most of the time combinational area reduces, or I will get minimum combinational area. Getting this point? So most of the time we will prefer the gray encoding as far as FPGA synthesis or FPGA design is concerned. Now another powerful technique is one hot encoding. So 4 states are there: S0, S1, S2, S3, rising edge of the clock, rising edge of the clock, rising edge of the clock, rising edge of the clock. During reset condition, state S0, S1, S2, S3. In one hot encoding, only one bit is active at a time. Here 1, 1, 1 and 1. Only one bit is active at a time. Due to that, I need more number of flip-flops. So for 4 states, already we have discussed 4 flip-flops. That is higher area. If I have 16 states, I need 16 flip-flops. Or 32 states, I need 32 flip-flops. So higher area. But I will get clean race to race path. So for if my goal is to improve the speed of my design, speed improvement, then at that time I can use one hot encoding because only one bit is hot at a time. Getting this point? Even if you try to observe that I have now 4 flip-flops like this, transition from one state to another state without use of the combinational logic, that is also possible in most of the cases. That means I will get a clean race to race path. I may need a combinational logic, but what happens is that I will have a more area but higher speed. There is no maximum impact on a power or on switching activity. So most of the time, if area is not a constraint and speed improvement is required or clean register to register path is required in FPGAs or in ASIC designs, then at that time we can prefer one hot encoding based FSM controllers or one hot encoding based sequence detectors. So during this session we have discussed why to use different encoding techniques, because we need to achieve the desired area, speed and power, and what are the advantages, disadvantages of these various techniques. So let us try to use these techniques in design of Mealy machine, Moore machine, and in subsequent session we'll try to explore more about Moore FSM, Mealy FSM, and use of these encoding techniques to get the minimum area, minimum power and maximum speed. So with this I will stop here. Thank you very much.